professors, respected guests, my fellow graduates. It is a great honor to stand before you today as the valedictorian and representative of international students of University of China's Academy of Sciences School of Humanities. 6 years ago, when I began this journey, the world was entering a period of extraordinary uncertainty. A global pandemic was reshaping societies, challenging institutions, and forcing humanity to rethink many assumptions about science, technology, governance, and shared future. Today we graduate into another moment of transformation, as Professor already mentioned. Artificial intelligence, large language model, word models, AI agents have moved from research laboratories into everyday life. Questions that once belonged to philosophers and scientists are now being discussed by government institutions, parliamentarians, and societies across the world. As a student of the philosophy of science and technology, researching cross-cultural AI ethics and governance, I spent much of this period studying intelligence, technology, and future of humanity. Yet the most important lesson I learned was not about machines and technology. The more I studied artificial intelligence, the more I came to believe in humanity. The deeper I explored the debates about algorithm, autonomy, machine intelligence, machine consciousness, the more I found myself returning to the questions that have accompanied human civilization for centuries. For example, the nature of consciousness, the foundations of value, the limit of reasoning, and the humanity's search for meaning and purpose. In many ways, my study journey became part of much older conversations, a conversation stretching from Confucius' vision of ethical cultivation to Wang Yangming's unity of knowledge and reason, from Al-Ghazali's reflection on wisdom and limits of human understandings to Iqbal's philosophy of creative selfhood and human becoming, from classical inquiries into human nature to contemporary debate on artificial intelligence and global governance. Different civilizations, different perspectives, different languages, different historical experiences, yet a remarkable similar concern: how should knowledge be directed and towards what end? As a Pakistani scholar graduating from this Chinese institute, I have privileged to experience this dialogue not as an abstract concept, but as a lived reality. China and Pakistan are often described as close partners, but beyond this diplomacy lies something much more deeper. Two civilizations with rich intellectual traditions, enduring cultural heritage, and shared belief that knowledge should serve humanity. For this opportunity, I remain grateful to School of Humanities, University of Chinese Academy of Sciences, to my supervisor, Professor Yizing, to the UNSO scholarship, and to the vision of international cooperation and mutual learning by President Xi Jinping that has enabled scholars from different cultures to learn from one another. I am equally grateful to my family and my kids and their support in every direction, and the discussion about the future, which is ultimately about the generations that will inherit the perspective of humanity. As we leave this institution today, I believe the defining question of our century is not whether machines will become more intelligent. Artificial intelligence will shape the future, but it will never decide sustainable symbiotic society. That responsibility remains uniquely human, and that is why humanities matter.